You see, we loved to go out in storms, my sisters and myself. And it was Sunday morning. And the last of November, it wasn't cold, but it was this terrific wind and the snow. So we told Mother we should go and see if there wasn't any Sunday school. Of course, I knew there wouldn't be Sunday school, but we wanted to get out. So Mother was like, she came from the Middle West, and she never could understand why we liked to go out in storms. All I could think of was a hen who hatched a bunch of ducklings. But we went out and went to the church. Of course, it was closed. And then we went down to the shore. We went down about where the Owen Park is. And you couldn't see. There was this just snow, just this blizzard of snow, you know. And but there was a funny thing. There was a two-masted schooner that was right up on the beach. And the name of it was the Mary Eldridge. Of course, that was my sister's name. Isn't that a queer thing? But then, most extraordinary thing happened. The sun came out for about 5 minutes and shut right down again. Most extraordinary thing. And it meant that the men, the Vineyard Haven sailors, saw the condition of the harbor, and we did too. All these wrecked ships with just, some of them was just their top was sticking out of the water like that. Oh. And then of course the Newburgh had come around and gone through the wharf, you see, right, and her bowsprit sticking out the other side.
Oh, how scary.
Can't imagine what it was like. And so we went home after we'd seen all we wanted to see, and Mr. Edwards at the Bethel had a daughter about my age, friend of mine, and Mrs. Edwards said to me, could Mary come up and spend the night? Her name was Mary too. Spend the night with you. She's so troubled about this storm, and she's so nervous and so upset because they knew all these. Well, the Vineyard Haven men, you know, went off in the dory. They got an old whaling dory and patched it up, and they went off and they rescued a lot of men. All the dory would carry, and came back, and they came into the Bethel and they were taken care of, given a place to sleep and eat and so forth. And Mary had seen them come in and so forth. She was such an awful state that she came up and spent the night. I remember sleeping with them. She having trouble going to sleep and so forth. So all those men were there. The Bethel, of course, they sent them home as soon as they could, but there were 75 men that were there for some time. Of course, the village helped to feed them, but they had to, I suppose they slept on the floor. I don't know how they managed. And Mr. Edwards used to come up and say to Mother, well, we've done all we can. Can't you help us out? Can't you get a little entertainment up and so forth? We're going to have ice cream and cake, have a sociable. So Mother said, oh, all right. So she always worked very much with Mr. Edwards. And he used to come and talk things over with Mother, you know. So we were very close. And so my two sisters played the violin. And my one sister sang more or less indifferently. But she had friends, I think they had a little quartet that used to sing. And I spoke pieces. And we used to hand around the ice cream and the cake and so forth. So we went down when they had all those shipwrecked sailors. I remember very well a terrible experience, looking into the faces of all those men, thinking what they'd been through and so forth.